Hey guys, it started snowing here in Texas today, but I'm going to be doing something a little different than my usual stuff, so I hope you guys stay tuned. Earlier in the week, I took a trip down to Frisco to pick up some corals that I just bought.
1 hour later.
Here we are at V3S Coral Reefer. This is one of the displays that they had set up, and I was pretty mind blown by how awesome it was. You can see some of the torches here in the front. Check out this massive gonopora here at the bottom. This is what I want mine to look like one day. Here's some of the prices they have on the outside for the torches. Check out this acro rock. I really like the way the colors pop off of each other. And here's another frag rag that they have in the front. I ended up picking up the Oregon blue tort you can see in the front right there. And you can see some of the massive colonies in the back. They're pretty well grown out. And yeah, here's their torch garden, which is amazing. Here at the bottom, they have their gonopora rock. You can see a bunch of high-end gonnies on there too. Here's I think Wilsoni for 200. For that size, I think that's a pretty good deal. A little zoa garden going on here. But check out the Space Invader Pectinia. That thing is pretty massive. And don't even get me started on this acantho. Here you can see the shroom slash scoly tank. I don't keep a lot of these corals, but they're really nice and the coloration is pretty neat. Some of these pieces are massive on the sand bed and I just don't have room for them in my 20 or my pico tank. Here at the top you can see some of the gold torches. And yeah, here's a zoa rock with some blastos. And just check out the size of these shrooms, they're pretty huge. Moving on to the frag rack. My favorite section, of course, torches and hammers. Awesome colors. Here's like the zoas. Some random frags in here. Check out, I think this is the tiger torch. Some more zoas that they have going for really cheap. And here's the shroom tank. They have some awesome bounces too at the front. Here they have their anemone tank. Bunch of, I think, rainbows and Shermans. They also have this random green one. Some pictures I took, but you know, I'm not too good at pictures, so they didn't turn out so good. Now I'm back home with the corals I got. Here's a golden hammer that I got. The Oregon blue tort that I was talking about. And a pack of zoas on the side here. And you guys wouldn't even believe the price I got it for. It was so cheap that it felt like a crime. So I picked up 5 of these frags for about like 50 bucks, which was crazy. You won't find them anywhere like that. The local fish store, this would have been like 300 bucks, I swear. Here's the Sakura sunrise frag in the front. In the back, we have the Worldwide Corals AOI zoa. The frag was so chunky, I was able to get 2 frags out of them. And here on the left side, we have the Sunny D's. They're closed up right now because I just put them in, but I'll update you guys in a bit. Before I continue to show you the updates, this is the website, which I'll link below. This is not a sponsorship or anything, but I don't want to keep you guys from these awesome prices that I took advantage of. For today's video, I asked for a special pack because I was on a budget, but Ashton, one of their owners, took real good care of me and gave me some chunky pieces. Probably some of the cheapest for the quality of corals that I've ever seen. The Sunkissed Bounce and Gonnies also came from them, so make sure you check them out. I didn't realize how blue this Oregon tort was until I put it in my tank. It was so blue that I dedicated a reel to it just because blue is kind of rare in the hobby.
Set it afloat until I was lost at sea. In your eyes, blue as ice, like the twinkling lights just reflecting back at me.
Here's the other 3/4 of the Worldwide Corals AOI frag. This frag probably had at least 15 heads. Hopefully it doesn't lose its color in this tank. In the Pico tank, the color is already fading a bit, but I think it's because of how new the tank is. But this is definitely one of the must-have zoas. Now check out this pattern on the Sakura Sunrise. You can see the little tiny specks in the middle, and it has so much detail that makes it stand out. Plus pink and yellow is a pretty good combination for a zoa. The Sunny D's look a lot better than his video. I couldn't find a good angle, but the colors were amazing when I was looking at it from the frag tank. Finally, we have the Gold Hammer. There are a bunch of variety ones, but I thought I chose a color that I didn't have. But since I have one really similar to this, I might just put it in a Pico tank and hope that the shrimps don't eat it up. I wish I had filmed more footage of the tanks at V3S to show you guys, but I was super distracted by the awesome corals that they had, so you're stuck looking at my tank again. I also had a chance to get to know Ashton more. Ashton's been in the hobby for about 4 years if I remember right. He's worked at places like DNA and Coral Vault. If you're around the area, you know those names. He is pretty young like myself. I'm 22 and he's 24, which is pretty impressive how his corals look. I noticed that the hobby typically has a lot of people older than us. I understand why though, you need money in this hobby. I noticed his tanks were also ran by AI hydras, so I asked him about how he runs his lights. Surprisingly, he runs no whites at all, but if you go in person, it feels like he has a little bit of white in there. Instead, he told me that he runs his greens and reds at about 10 to 30% each based on what corals he has inside the tank to mimic the white spectrum. He was super kind and welcoming. There are huge advantages to shop locally around the area instead of the local fish store. The prices don't even come close at all, but the money I spent today, I would have gotten like maybe a frag at the LFS. I'm super grateful to be in an area with a decently large reefing community. Thank you guys for watching today, and shout out to Ashton for letting me film his tanks. If you guys enjoyed today's content, please make sure to like and subscribe. Remember to stay warm, and I hope to see you guys in the next one. Peace.